unintentionally been racist towards my partner.
Where are you going, Preach? Because this is your domain. You're the expert, so I picked this one for you.
You're stupid.
Yo.
I definitely. So it used to be in my vocabulary where I would say the N-word with the A. I would rap it. I would do just those things. But my slang in general would just tick her off. And then I became conscious of it, and I really liked her. Or I still do, of course. I love you. I started changing the way I speak. I feel like she should be over here too. She would do Asian accents.
I appreciate the fact that he aired out. I fucked up, but bitch, you done fucked up too.
You should be here too.
Let's hold hands. You can't use the word nigga, ching chong, ching chong. That's what happened. That's what happened. You can't like fried chicken like that. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know what that was.
What?
Yeah.
You can't use that word, but would you like a glass of water? You can't, you know.
You're Mexican, you're not black. Stop saying the N-word. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Ha!
1, 2, 3. Ha! I don't even know what the fuck that was.
I don't know, it's just funny to me.
Let's throw everything out there.
I've definitely been ignorant.
So we were.
I wrote it down.
So we had an argument, and I was upset, and I had previously expressed how the stereotype or the stigma on angry black men or angry black women and how that makes me feel. And so we got into an argument. I was an angry black man, but in that moment of anger, he actually called me an angry black man, which
is like the worst thing
made
to
me
say.
go crazy because.
What?
I'm not a fighter. I don't get into fights.
No.
I don't get into verbal match. I don't do that. I don't scream at you. I don't. For her to have called me that, it would have been a rap.
Really? Angry black man?
That would have been a rap.
Why?
It would have been. I don't know. I don't even know. I'd have to ask myself that. I have to ponder on that. But it would have been a rap. I'd be like,
Really?
It's like even if I go out, like let's say I go out with a black woman, right? I'm with her, and we have an argument, and she calls the cops on me.
Interesting.
You know the relationship we have with cops. You call the cops on me when I know there was no reason, and then you call the cops. Wow, there's no coming back from that. If there was a reason for me to do that, which I really doubt it would happen, but if there was a reason for her to call the cops, a good reason, then I need to get out there. I need to check myself. I need to do something because that.
We got a bigger problem.
We got a bigger problem because our relationship brought that part of me, which is what I understand non-existent. But if you didn't, there was no reason for you to call the cops.
And you called them?
I can't go back from that. I can't.
Sex gets steamy since you are interracial.
Whoever wrote that is a goofball. What? Unless you're into race play, I don't know why you would care. If I was into race play, I could understand.
But sometimes,
because playing a slave master scenario doesn't seem as fun if it's two black people.
Or if you fetch it.
But if I got a white girl who's a blonde hair, blue eyes, and she's like, and you're into that stuff? Yeah.
There's not many sexual stereotypes about white men. But like walking down the street, especially dating an Asian woman, like I get looks from men all the time. And like,
white guys are just like,
that's fashion.
White guys are like, Taiwan, Thailand, how much?
Sucky, $5.
You let her out of the house.
Yeah, definitely. I could see that. I could definitely see that. When he goes back home and he's like for Christmas or whatever, and he has his uncle coming to him and he's like, so, it's just gonna be sushi.
if it's between two consenting adults, the freak stuff in the bedroom, if race sprinkles is put into that context,
What do we think of that? Like, it's just in the bedroom, or is it like possible to just keep it in the bedroom?
How would race be put into the bedroom?
Use your imagination. And
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Trying to get this man
I'm not
canceled.
gonna. Hey, you don't. Yeah, that's not my alley. If you don't know, I don't know what the hell his dude name is.
It was a setup.
But and Swerve.
I meant to use the N-word. I'm gonna need you to.
Hey, how do you? Hey, you figure it out. You gonna do your homework. You got Google. You got a smartphone. You figure it out. Don't put me into this.
Let me just tell you guys. Let me just tell you guys. It's out there.
Oh, it's out there.
It's out there. Mm-hmm. Not hard to find.
Yuck.
Y'all can Google race play.
I sometimes feel like I betrayed my own race. 3, 2, 1, go.
The black guys went, whoop!
Yep. And the way, yeah. They
Go ahead. As someone who betrayed his own race, what do you think?
You fucking piece of shit. I don't feel like I betrayed them, but they sure try to make me feel like that. Because the people sure try to make me feel like that. I understand where it's from. I understand the sentiment. So it used to bother me. It really used to bother me and shit. But I got nothing to prove to nobody, but I understand where the sentiment is. Yeah. For the same reason that I don't. For the same reason, like I told you, that I don't. Whenever like I walk down New York, wherever the fuck I am, whether it's New York or Florida, if I hear comments from black ladies, I don't say shit. No. Because I know where the hurt is from. They're wrong. They're making assumptions. Like the same way they don't want us to make assumptions about them. But that's beyond that, because the hurt is first, you know what I mean? So I understand that, but I don't say shit because I know where it's from. But yeah, I don't feel like I did.
Me personally, I only betray my own race behind closed doors.
Yes.
Yeah. Out in public?
Never.
Nubian queen.
That's right.
Behind closed doors? Nestle white chocolate. Do you know?
Stupid.
Do you know how many times I've gotten angry white women message me after I said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Just jokingly.
I know.
But they get so upset.
I know.
How dare you not want to show me in public?
I read the messages.
Bitch, I don't know you.
I don't even know you.
Why are you so pressed?
You're receiving messages from girls that you're not even with and you've never met as if you guys are dating. Your motherfuckers out there doing the most.
And if you are a white girl that I have dealt with, just... We'll talk later. Okay? Well, right now, me and the Nubian Queens, we're out in public, okay?
I definitely feel like that, man. I feel like, especially where I'm from, I did my people a disservice by playing into that stereotype. And knowing what I stand for now, it's hard for me to feel like I'm gonna be taken serious in the future if I ever wanna speak on controversial topics. My people won't respect what I say because like it doesn't add up, my views and stuff, and then I'm dating somebody outside of my race behind the scenes. I feel like I lose respect in a way.
Then you shut the fuck up about it and you keep it moving. That's it. Just keep it moving. It's a fact. You will never be a true pro-black. You can't. That card has been revoked. It's okay. I don't. I just stand there.
You can't be for the black cause and lay with the white devil.
That's what they say.
Yes.
So I'm just like, man, sure, whatever. Do you? Don't. Shut the fuck up about it then. Even if you had the possibility to help, you feel like you're doing a disservice, shut the fuck up about it. Stop for you to be there. Sometimes you have to know your place, know your role, and shut the fuck up. One of my favorite sentences, shut the fuck up. It serves in many, many, many ways.
That's right.
Shut up.
If you lay with the Caucasoids, my brother, understand that you are not for your brothers. I have a mighty Zulu king, the third. The role of every great master is to conquer the women of other races as you create more conquests. It was very natural for kings of Nubian descent to take on the women that he pillaged and rumbled through.
Hold that shit.
I may enjoy them for the night, but I will always be loyal to the night. Darkness.
If you don't think your shit out of here, man, get the fuck out of here.
I'm just saying, we know what the ancient Egyptians were. Black. You know what they never did? Slacked off as they reproduce with their own people. We don't mix and match. This ain't Build-A-Bear. They want to talk about mixed babies. I prefer the term abomination.
Nigga, you look like a mixed baby.
Hey, man. My forehead is mixed.
No, it's...
I didn't say it wasn't from that coin. But I'm just saying it's a multiple variants of big foreheads
Oh yeah,
came
you
together.
got
to
you got a
make this.
genetics for real on that.
Hey.
So like I get comments literally in my DMs being like, "Oh, Alex, you're not with us no more, right?" And I'm like, do you want me or do you not want me? You know, it doesn't bother me if you don't want me, and I understand it is what it is.
They do want you, just not her.
Yeah, they want
you without her. It's
Yeah.
like when you organize a party and you bring a +1 that nobody else wants to see at the party. That's what your girl is to them, you know. But you can join. If you get rid of her, you're allowed into the party.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. It's like going to a party with Amanda Seals. You're not getting in.
Smoking cannabis doesn't have to hurt. Freeze Pipe is making a unique line of freezable pipes, bubblers, bongs, dab rigs, and more. If you can smoke from it, Freeze Pipe makes it. The secret is freezable glycerin chambers that cools smoke by hundreds of degrees for smoother and bigger hits. When smoke passes through these frozen chambers, lift off. It's instantly cooled for a much nicer hit you'll feel instantly. Your throat and lungs will thank you. Recyclers are commonly used for dabbing, but Freeze Pipe builds this for both. Insanely smooth and cold hits. Go to thefreezepipe.com to get yours today. Use code ABA, that's ABBA, and save 15% off your first order.
I have always wanted mixed babies. 3, 2, 1, go.
At one point in my life, I kind of wanted to have mixed babies with almost every race.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to shout him out, and I'm going to say thank you, okay? I'm going to say thank you because you're being honest. I think a lot more people actually want these things, but they're saying the politically correct modern answer.
True.
But trust me, out there, you're in a relationship like this, all the time people are like, oh, you guys can have such cute babies. And all people always saying that, so.
I don't know if that's weird, but I just wanted, I'm real into genetics. I would like to see how my kids would turn out. And
I've never heard that sentence. I'm really into genetics and I want to see how my kids are going to turn out.
It's a hobby that I have. You know, genetics. I like to see how things are getting mixed up.
Oh, look at this specimen. The mixture of Afro-Brazilian with Afro-Peruvian has come out quite well. Turns out that Japanese and Taiwanese don't mix. Russians and Arabs. What disgusting children.
As a mixed race person myself, you don't have a group of people to really be around. I mean, sometimes you connect with one side, sometimes you connect with another side, but for me, it sucked actually a lot.
Why does he look like he's part of Bone Thugs and Harmony? I'm just waiting for him to go,
Boom, 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 boom.
tell me what you gonna do when there's nowhere to hide.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna I wanna miss everybody. I wanna miss everybody. No, no, no. I'm gonna miss everybody.
This isn't Build-A-Bear, this is real life. And in my mind, I wanted to have kids that was exactly my skin tone or very close to it and look like me, because I am conceited as well. Where the hell I'm gonna find somebody to do that and it work out and they're just the perfect wife? I don't believe in that anymore.
It's funny because that was actually something we talked about when we first started dating. That became an insecurity of mine. I was like, so why are we dating? Because I cannot provide absolutely any of that for you. And so I understand, like I said, why he feels that way, why a lot of the Black community feels that way. So I'm just glad that I'm accepted now.
I'm just glad that you gave up. Because that was his word. He's like, I've just given up on that. And I'm with this white girl.
He's like, I'm just glad that, you know, you chose that I'm accepted now. That's not what he said.
But hey, I'm glad that you took it that way. That's a positive spin.
Being linked to another race has its benefits. 3, 2, 1, go.
Preach, you can speak on this.
No, I can't.
Isn't there a benefit to having a white partner for certain scenarios?
Not that I see it.
What about when you're applying for apartments?
I don't have to. I have my white privilege.
What do you mean?
My parents own apartments. I never had to apply for apartments.
But you could imagine those scenarios, right?
I could imagine, yeah.
Yeah, you know?
So I send my girlfriend and everything and stuff, and then I show up on moving day. Yeah, bitch. So you the mover? No, bitch. I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see advantages.
Yeah, definitely. I could see that, but to me,
it could also be a disadvantage in a lot of scenarios.
definitely. Yeah,
You
but
know? I seen a dude who was riding with his girlfriend, and a cop stopped him. He's like, "Is he kidnapping you?"
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
definitely. When we crossed the border, that once they treated her like I was taking her
hostage or something.
Yeah, that happened when the cops stopped. When I'm in my car with any white people.
There's issues.
Yeah, there's issues.
Yeah.
Cops pull over and they're like, "Yeah, you safe, ma'am? Are you okay?" They want to speak to the passenger. I'm like, "You don't need to speak to her. It's my bitch." And then I end up in cuffs. It's my bitch, okay?
Do you ever feel like being with a white person like could shield you from like discrimination, or like that they could like stand up for you in a certain context? Like if you were in like an altercation with the police or something, like would having a white person there, like
sure,
right?
Sure.
It would be helpful.
In that sense,
You said no.
Well, not for the cop thing.
Yeah.
My girl
It draws more attention.
It's good because she's there and she witnesses it.
Right.
And then she can talk about it to her family that are not experiencing that because they're not around like the city. They're in
I mean,
areas.
even if they're not in the car with a black person, they may not know.
They may
not see those interactions.
Exactly. So whenever they see the news and stuff like that, they ask questions.
Yeah.
And when I talk to them, they're like, "Oh, word." And then my girl goes in and she's like, "No, it be like that. It's not just him being." It was really nothing to.
You know what's funny? Remember I did that comedy show and that woman was saying all that foul stuff? I did a YouTube video on it, right?
Yeah.
There was a couple of white comedians there. And they're like, "Yo, I've never seen that before."
Yeah, of course not.
The immigrants, like the Arab guy who was with me, he was just happy. He was like,
"Yeah,
I saw it too."
Yeah.
We were just like,
"Yeah,
yes." We all heard it.
We all heard it.
We're not
We all
crazy,
heard it. We know.
'cause we knew what she was about.
Yeah.
But for those guys, they never heard someone say the N-word that openly, or just scream a bunch of expletives.
Exactly.
So I was just clapping because I was like, "Y'all see what I see, right? I'm not crazy. And it's not in my head."
And sometimes you argue with white people, and they're like, "It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist because they never seen it."
Yeah.
But it do happen. And it's funny that we're really happy that it happens. When it happens, like, yes, it's like, not that we're happy that it happens, it's just like we could put our finger on it. It's not interpretation. It's not, no,
it's kind of like
that. It was clear.
It's kind of like when someone believes in UFOs and there's proof. You get excited because you're no longer just seen as a crazy person. All right, so what are your closing thoughts in regards to the video in general?
Not really insightful. It was what it was. It was really unsurfaced. That's Jubilee for you. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it's a thing. Is it going to be able to open the discussion about different shit? Sure. But it opens your eyes on different things, though. It opens your eye on, it's a thing out there. People have different views and opinion about this shit. It's just funny to watch. Other than that, I mean, interracial relationship, people always try to be righteous with it. But, I feel like I can talk into issues. You don't have to always talk,
I guess we can kind of bring it up because you made some good points before. But I said to you before that I felt like interracial relationships are more difficult today than they were, let's say, 20 years ago.
No, it wasn't.
I'm just going to finish my thought.
I did exactly what I did last time.
I know, but can I finish my thought? Please?
Sure, but I'm already right.
Because you were rude last time, so can I finish my thought?
I'm rude now. That's stupid. Finish your thought.
And the reason why I said that was because early 2000s, for me, my experience with interracial dating was kind of easy and seamless for the year that I was dating somebody of a different race. Whereas I felt like if I were to do the same thing today, it would be a lot more difficult.
No, it's not. It's early 2000s. First year of 2000, Cisco got an album. All the fathers were dancing to the tong 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 song thanks to a black man. So they learned to appreciate hip hop and stuff.
Okay.
Before that, they didn't know about that. They didn't know about the tong 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 song. All they knew about is big butts and they couldn't lie, and there was lying. You know what I mean? That was fucked up back then. It was never bad. It was worse. It's worse now. No, it's not.
Okay,
it's worse. It was worse back then. You couldn't walk the street holding hands with your girl. You would get beat, thrown some shit at you. You think I would able to walk the streets of New York, Manhattan, without no comments? Even in Manhattan, I'm not even talking about the Bronx. I'm not talking about Cambria Heights, Queens. I ain't talking about, yo, listen, me and my cousin, when we were in Cambria Heights, Queens, I was talking with my cousins in the 80s, and just because I was talking French, people was he's like, yo, shut up. They don't like French people. They would hate. Bruh. They would hate you because you're Haitian. Don't try to date a white girl. Bring it up. Nah, boo. No. Fuck you mean? That's not gonna happen. They would've let it pass. They would've let it pass. And then, they would throw shit at you. Go ahead. It's easier now. You're gonna compare it to now? Like, you would show up to the doors of a girl, you don't even know if you have to throw down with the father or the sons. Gunshots and everything. Shit. It's easier now. No, what's so bad about now?
Well, I think people often take their cues from social media. It's how people relay a lot of the information. So a lot of stuff that you'll ordinarily be able to keep private or are very public nowadays. And people know.
They know because you open your mouth.
Yeah, but here's the truth. People want to open their mouths. They want to be able to share the truth about their relationship.
Sure.
And if they do, they get all that backlash. So I think that's where people are.
But that backlash back then was real, not behind a screen. You could shut that shit off. Yo, listen, I had to fight people because they were like, some of my friends were walking down with their girlfriend or their boyfriend and they got beat by a whole skinhead.
The girl too?
This is not PG.
No, really.
The girl everybody got punishment. Let's put it that way. And then we gotta retaliate because of that. Or cousins that, no B. It was bad back then. What you're gonna get now? A couple of comments, and then you're gonna feel bad for it too. Take a glass of water, drink it, hope it's not Dasani, and keep it moving. Keep it moving. Back then, you would get into physical fights just for walking with that girl. It was bad back then. Yeah. It's a little bit more violence now, but it's nothing like back then. Especially walking. Sure, you think I would have brought my girl to church in the 90s? The comments and shit? You hear real live comments. Next thing you know, the pastor's making a sermon about you and your girl. Nah, B. It was worse back then.
Okay. You good?
I'm super good.
I defer to you.
Yeah, I understand, but that's the stupidest thing you said today. And you said some pretty stupid shit.
But it's important to play devil's advocate. It's important to come with some hot takes.
Sure.
The hot takes can be done.
But it's okay.
You know what I'm saying? But that's why I brought the question to you. Why? Because you're a veteran.
Absolutely.
20 years in the game. Yeah. Interracial warrior. Okay? Interracial veteran. All right? You guys love your veterans. Get a poppy seed. Make it half black, half white. Right for him, okay? Show this man some love.
Get the fuck out of here.
You don't like that? That's a pretty good one.
Stupid.
I just came up with that.
I know you.
You gotta be quick on the feet. All right, because if you're not running away from her white dad, sometimes you gotta be running away from other things. But listen, I think when it comes to interracial datings, they have their own issues, their own set of problems. But hey, like Preach says, he didn't fall in love with a white woman.
She fell in love with a girl that happens to be white.
That's one of the best bars you ever said on. But it's such a good bar.
Cause I'm not with her because she white.
But you also know some niggas who fell in love with a white woman.
Yo, bro, I know. I'm
just saying that's one of your best bars. That's a bar that you said that I never forgot.
Why?
Because I use it.
Get the fuck out of here. Give me your phone. Let me throw that shit again.
I thought this one too. It's an iPhone. This bitch will break.
You stupid.
But there's definitely some dudes who.
Because I use it. Nah, man.
No. But there's definitely dudes who do fall in love with Asian women. Not a woman who happens to be Asian, but Asian women.
Yeah. That fetish shit. There's always a motherfucker in my inbox like, why is fetish so bad? Shut the fuck up.
Do whatever you want. But I think there's a giant difference between the two. Just me personally.
There is.
But everyone's entitled to that. You want to do that? Do that. Live your best life. But anyways, that's a whole other discussion. We want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Let us know what you think about interracial dating, Preach being a veteran, all that good stuff.
Do you use it? Oh,
mesmo que eu tô chovendo.